Hey guys, what's up? My name's Fuzzy Fire, and I'm going to give you a quick 5-minute or less guide on how to play Fire. To play Fire, you must first know that you will not top the meters in lower keys being between 1 and 15. At 15 or higher, you begin to start doing Big Damn. In tyrannical keys, you do Piss All. Just know that before you start learning the spec. You will not top the meters. You will do a buttload of damage to the boss. On trash, you'll do nothing. On Fort Weeks, the spec is somewhat playable. However, you still will not top. If you want to top meters, play Arcane or Frost. However, playing Fire is the best because your prio damage is unmatched besides Shadow Prius. Shadow Prius is better at everything. Playing Mage, you have 6 defensives. Use them. Mirror Image, Alter Time, Greater Invis, Ice Cold, Barrier, Mass Barrier. You bring Int Buff. You bring Dragon Breath. And you bring Blast Wave. You have Shifting Power, which makes these basically spammable. For your trinkets, you want Tome from Azure Vault. You want Fractured Heart from Azure Vault. Or Spoils of Neltharis from Neltharis. Here is the talent tree that I use in my keys. Feel free to swap Meteor if you're doing lower keys. I'll put the export string in the comments below. Your rotation is literally the same no matter what, with the exception of Living Bomb. You only press Living Bomb in Failure or in Combust if there's 6 targets or more. I'll show you guys a quick Combust cycle. So, you always Phoenix Flame. Your Phoenix Flame does all your damage. Always make sure you have Phoenix Flame applied to the target. So, if we're going into a pack in M+, you're going to Phoenix Flame. Then, I'm going to Living Bomb. Then, I'm going to enter Combust with Lust, like this. I'm reapplying my Phoenix Flame. I'm entering Combust, or SKB, my apologies. Once we cannot hold our Combust, we'll Shifting Power to get the CD. And right back in. Again, back to SKB. That is a lusted Combust cycle. So when you're doing your rotation, you want to prioritize Pyroblast, unless you need to reapply your 2-piece bonus from Phoenix Flame. You want to double Pyro when you're getting low on Pyroblast and are trying to maintain your field of burn. So now I'll show you an unlusted Combust. So again, we're going into a Mythic Plus pack. We're going to apply Phoenix Flame, then we're going to Living Bomb, then we're going to do Fireball, Combust, and we're going to use all of our Fire Blast first. We're going to Phoenix Flame to reapply the buff. You should be Scorching. But you see how I double Pyro. And then we double Pyro again. Reapply Phoenix Flame. We're going to double Pyro to make the best use of our Fire Blasts. And then we Shifting Power. Your rotation will literally never change. The only difference is when you're lusted, you get more Fire Blast in, and if you're at over 100% haste, you'll use Fireball instead of Scorch. I'll showcase Scorching now. It's important to note that playing Fire Mage, you literally will never swap targets, unless you're kicking or interrupting. On boss fights, you don't swap targets. Get used to it. If your party flames you for not swapping targets, that's on them. You're doing your job by spreading your Ignite to the other targets on boss fights. The fights that come to mind are the No-Coup Defensive first boss. I just stay on the boss. Use your DB and use your Blast Wave to knock back the ad. Help CC it, but don't swap the targets. Same thing on Azure Vault, the Dragon. You might have to swap to the Hardened Crystal if, say, one of your party members dies or they do low damage or whatever. But otherwise, you're not swapping targets. You're staying on the boss. It's a huge DPS loss. Huge DPS loss. Fire Mage's job is to do prio damage and spread Ignite to its other targets. That's how it does its AoE damage. So if you're swapping targets and you're losing your Ignite bank constantly, you're going to do 0 damage. To double Pyro, you first need a heating up proc. So now, if I want to double Pyro, you can only do this in SKB or Combust. So we press Combust, and now we can Scorch, Fireblast, and double Pyro. This is a important part of Fire Mage when you're maintaining your Feel the Burn stacks. You always want to maintain Feel the Burn as much as possible in Combust or SKB. Outside of Combust or SKB, it is not important to maintain this buff. However, it is still possible with our 4-piece bonus. So if you can maintain it, it's a DPS gain to maintain your Feel the Burn outside of Combust. But it's not worth burning through all your Fire Blasts. Use your empowered Phoenix Flames if you can. Otherwise, let it fall off. Alright guys, that's Fire Mage for Dummies in 5 minutes or less. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to comment or join our guild Discord. Guild is actively recruiting for raiders and implussers. We were 6 out of 9 Mythic in Season 3, so we are hoping to improve and get CE in each season. So, if you're interested, hit me up. We're on a 2-day raiding schedule. Very casual, very laid back, very fun environment. That's all though, guys. Hope this helped. Again, join Discord if you need to ask questions, and that's all I have for now. Bye!